That is incredible, ma'am. Write that
Thank
point
you.
down.
Howdy meowers, and welcome back to the BlushCat podcast. My name is Aloe, and today we are taking a quiz.
That's right. It's time to play. That's your favorite music video?
That's your favorite music video? What?
I mean, I was coming up with a name in like 1 second and I didn't prepare it beforehand. It's time to play. Who's that music video? See, I'm not good
I
at
thought
this.
it would just be how well do we know our favorite K-pop music videos.
Well, but that's not like a fun, catchy title. Like the game show man is going to say that.
Yeah, but imagine.
I'm thinking about this being, what's the word for when it's like on regular TV?
I don't know, greenlit?
That's close. That's kind of close.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Something
like
like
we're trying to
that.
get greenlit for regular TV, and so we really need a catchy title.
Okay, well, we don't have one.
We'll workshop it. But
We'll workshop it, but for now, the concept of today's episode
Exactly,
is
yes.
quizzing each other on our favorite K-pop music videos to see how well we know our favorite K-pop music videos. And what are our favorite K-pop music videos, you might be wondering? You're going to have to check out our first tier list video that you can watch exclusively on the BlushCat YouTube channel, youtube.com/@BlushCatOfficial. You can watch tier list number 1, where we collectively tier rank our favorite music videos. However, please note that this is actually already a bit outdated. We might want to make another favorite K-pop music video tier list at some point in the future because there are already so many more music videos that we know about and that have been released since and that we love. But we are basing these quiz questions off of some of the videos in that tier list so that it's easier for meowers to follow along.
yeah, like when I realized that TIOT Moonrise was not included in that tier list, I was like, what am I supposed to do with my life? You know, so we maybe we'll need to update it at some point. But for now, we picked a few from that, and it's not like the top ones from that. Like we just picked some of the music videos from that tier list. So
Right.
it could be any order. It's not specific.
Right. So we are going to split the episode in half, sort of. One of us is going to take our quiz first, and then the other person will take their quiz second.
Yes. So what we've done to prepare for this is we each picked 5 music videos that can be considered our favorite music videos. The other person was then allowed to watch and go through those music videos and write some questions for each music video. As wacky and insanely difficult pause angle questions as they want. And it can be multiple choice, can be true or false. It can be anything like that. As long as it's a factual thing, not like an opinion-based thing. And the other person did the same for like the other person's music videos. And then we each got to watch each of our favorite music videos one final time a little while before we started recording this. And that's it. We didn't get to like extra study, like, oh, let me really delve into my music videos and watch as much as I can. We just got to watch them one time.
Yeah. And ever since you said that you're kind of going at it with a pause angle, I've been thinking about that, and it's really funny every time that I think about that. But my questions are definitely like that. So if you are listening to this episode and you're like, ooh, I know these videos, I want to see if I can get the questions right. If you can get the questions right, you must really know these music videos. Like, if you can go off the top of your head and get them right, like, that's the kind of ridiculous level that these questions are on.
Yes, like I'm hoping to get one correct today.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get one correct, and yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to name it like, so that's your favorite music video, because it's kind of like a, oh really, like you like it that much? Well, let's see if you like it that much.
Yes, if you are a meower, you might be familiar with our K-pop screenshot games from a long time ago. Those are very, like you have to really pay attention to the music video to be able to know that there is in fact a basketball nestled into this one corner in one frame of the video. Like, so those screenshot games are very similar to what we're doing today.
Yes, like you need to be on top of your game. Like you need to just be the expert of the experts.
Yes. So we should get started soon. I will say about my questions, yes, I made them like purposely, I tried to get such random stuff. I do feel like I won't be that surprised if you do come up with some correct answers, because you are so weirdly observant sometimes. Like I'm like, not like weirdly observant, but like I'm like, how did you ever even pay attention to that? Like how do you know that? So I wouldn't be surprised if you did get more than one, but also if you got like none, it's totally like I would believe that.
Okay, so we have to decide who's going to start, and then we'll start. But because this is so casual and random and silly, we're not even having a specific like number of questions each or anything. It's more of like a time frame. It'll be like approximately 20 minutes. You're going to ask the other person the questions because we don't know how long it's going to take and stuff. So if someone has like 15 questions that they go through and the other person has 20, like that's fine.
Right. So let me first first let's decide who is going to go first.
Okay. Why don't I administer your quiz first?
Okay. I will answer the questions.
I'm eager. Although I'm a little bit like, there is an element of like, one of us is going, then the other one is going. So like I can't calibrate like my questions or anything. Like I don't know what your questions are going to be like.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. Okay. I've already starred the ones that I'd like to take priority. So it's fine.
Okay, so I will take my quiz. I will first just say that the videos that are being considered my favorite today are IVE Love Dive, Red Velvet Chill Kill, MONSTA X All In, Key Bad Love, and Pentagon Violet.
So proud of MONSTA X for getting in there. Okay, and mine, we're not doing it right now, but mine are going to be DKZ Crazy Night, ampers&one Broken Heart, Gravity Adrenaline, BLITZERS Macarena, and PENTAGON Do or Not. And let me tell you, when I went to watch these, the one time I got to watch them, I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Like I was having so much fun. They're such great videos.
Literally me. All of these videos are so good. Like collectively, both of ours, I was watching them and I was just, like screaming, crying, throwing up. Like these are so good. Like I would play one and then watch it and I'd be like, yeah. And then I'd start the next one and I'd be like, wait. And then I'd play the next one and I'd be like, I knew what I was talking about when I made that tier list.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Okay.
Aloe, are you ready to take a quiz?
As ready as I will ever be.
Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is jumping around a little bit. Maybe if we have time, like I'll go through video by video for the ones I prioritized. And then if we have more time, I'll circle back to the same video to ask additional questions. Okay?
Okay. Whew. I'm nervous.
Okay. Question 1. We're starting with a very difficult one. This is from IVE Love Dive.
Okay. Perfect. This is the one that I watched last. So maybe it's still in my memory.
Okay. This is a pause angle though. So good luck guessing. What do the dice add up to?
Okay. I knew there was probably gonna be a question about the dice, but like it went by so fast and it's like blurred. I couldn't tell. Okay, but however, I really feel like there's a 4. So it can be, up to 6 on one. So max points is 18, so I have to guess lower than 18, and I'm gonna guess higher than 4 because I think one of them is a 4.
Very smart.
Thank you. Okay, so for the video, I know came out in April. Maybe it has something to do with it. IVE didn't debut in April, so that can't be a clue. Like, I don't know that specific day. Like, or, you know, that day is irrelevant, but like maybe the specific day is like factoring in. 4, 2, and 3. 4, 2, 6. I'm gonna go 4, 2, 6. So I'm gonna go 12.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is incorrect.
Nards.
But so very close. It's 4, 5, and 2. The answer was 11.
Oh, interesting.
That's why I was like, I don't feel too bad about asking this one, because like if you just try and guess a relevant IVE number, maybe you'll get it. Okay, next question. This is still IVE Love Dive. Which way does Ray not have her hair? This is multiple choice.
Okay.
A, braids. B, down. C, ponytail. D, 2 ponytails. E, bun. F, 2 buns. Which way does she not have her hair?
By ponytail, what do you mean?
I mean a ponytail.
Like a classic ponytail?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. All right. I really honed in on the hair as much as I could, especially Ray's, because I knew you would probably naturally be drawn to look at that. And she definitely has many hair looks. I know Eugen has a ponytail, which I was kind of surprised by. So maybe this is the, like, you know, whatever you call
Misdirection?
Yeah. But it's gotta either be ponytail or down. I'm pretty sure the other ones, unless you're like considering braids, like, I know she has braid action happening. Like, whether you're considering like a looped braid, something else, that doesn't seem fair.
I'll tell you right now, looped braids are in the braids option.
Okay. Down doesn't exactly seem like something that is happening, but at the same time, I believe that more than a ponytail, because I know that her bangs at one point and like the heavy side bang, like that's very straight, very down. So is it down in like the rest of it? I don't know. Maybe in the dance break, is it down? I don't know. I'm going to say ponytail is not, she doesn't have a ponytail. Is that so wrong?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is so wrong.
No, is it down?
No.
Really?
It's 2 ponytails.
Oh.
Some of the other girls have 2 ponytails. She does not have 2 ponytails. She has braids. She has down during the dance break. Everyone's hair is down. She has a ponytail when they're wearing the outfits outside with the I mean, I don't...
Pink? Blue?
Like, the more information that I give, I feel like the more information I'm giving about the music video and what if it, like, pertains to another question, you know? But she's wearing it outside. And buns. One bun she has and 2 buns she has as well.
Okay. Well, flopped on that.
Okay, next question. IVE Love Dive. This is true or false. There is a diving board in this video.
Yes, true.
That is correct.
Woohoo. It's Wonyoung. She's by it.
It's in the sky.
Oh.
In the clouds.
Oh,
like
yeah.
2 people at least are sitting on it in the clouds.
Okay.
We're going to be moving on to Chill Kill for now. We'll circle back to Love Dive if we have more time.
This one has a lot going on.
This one, I mean, I've got some classic questions from here, but we're going to start with, this is one of the best questions I feel like that I've come up with. Let's see if you spotted it.
Okay.
Who changes their shoes to escape the fire/cops?
What? I don't know.
I will give you a hint. I do not mean that someone is shown changing their shoes. What I mean is someone has shoes paired with their outfit, and then in the next scene, same outfit, different shoes.
Yeri.
Your answer is Yeri?
Yes.
Final?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Oh, Sogi.
That is also incorrect.
I don't know.
The answer is Irene. Do you remember her big pink platform boots that she's wearing?
No.
She's the one that's wearing the angel wing outfit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's wearing big pink platform boots with it, but then when they're running from the cops, she's not wearing those anymore.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
At first, I was going to feel real bad about asking that one as well, but then they literally like show her feet in a shot with the other shoes on. So I was like, never mind, this is obvious. I can ask it. Okay, next question. This is a true or false question. There is strawberry jam in this video.
False.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect.
Oh no.
When they step in the stuff on the ground on the floor,
Yeah.
it's strawberry jam. Well, like
Why?
there's
Why?
a jar of jam like crushed on the, like it's spilled open, like it's jam.
Oh.
Or at least something extremely close to jam. Like I was like, oh, what is it? Like it looked like a broken bottle of some kind. So then I had to pause because like, what is this? Like a wine bottle? Like what is this? It's jam.
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Next, we're gonna be moving on to MONSTA X All In.
Okay.
Keep your head
Here
up.
we
Okay.
go.
You can do this.
Okay.
Okay. First question. What is on IM's neck during the ritual scene?
Yes, it's an X.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Correct! Okay! Nice job. You got your one question correct for the day. No, let's see if you can keep that streak going, Aloe. Okay.
Yes.
Your next question, all in. How many scenes do the blue flowers appear? And when I say scenes, if it's repeating like multiple shots, you do not need to count multiple shots. It's just like a scene that like they're there.
Okay. Okay. Well, this is really a question that I wouldn't be able to get probably, but I'll take a guess. Okay. So at the beginning, they're certainly like there, like, you know, Min Hyuk's like rubbing it at Hyungwon, so we know that. And Shonu at the, you know, clothes pile, we know that. And then at like the ritual, we know that. That's at least 3. I'm sure they're like somewhere in like the like, you know, general vicinity at some point, so 4. And then also at the beginning with all of like, you know, the people, that's 5. Okay, like, oh, and they're probably in that scene too, probably like 6 times. Yeah, 6.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
That is incorrect. You shouldn't have rounded up. You should have just said the ones you remembered, because the answer is 4. All of the things that you
really?
specifically remembered were correct, and that was it.
Seriously, there's none like
No,
in,
I
like
don't think so.
decoration.
No, because like it seems like there might be some in the bathtub, like surrounding area.
Yeah.
But if you look, like when it zooms in on that scene, it's just green. Like it's not blue flowers. So if anything, it's blue flowers that completely died because there's no blue anymore. So
wow, how symbolic.
yeah, I suppose, yes. So, I mean, as far as I could tell, it was 4. Oh,
I'm
I'm
sad.
also very deeply concerned that I'm going to like ask you a question and you give me an answer and you are correct and I was wrong. But hopefully people just won't care too much if that happens, because it's not serious.
Yeah.
Whew, okay. Well,
I'm gonna pretend in my mind like I got that point, but I won't write it down.
okay. Let's move right along here. Keep the momentum. We're moving on to Pentagon Violet. Okay, you love this music video. You've got this. These questions,
I have one of these questions on lock. If you ask it, I know it.
Okay, I feel like it could be very easily any one of these 3 that I have queued up to ask you. So we'll see. The first question I'm going to ask you about this video is, who is sitting in the expecting mother's seat?
Oh no, I knew she was gonna ask about the bus seats. I knew it.
If you're confused about buses in this situation, I don't know if it's just Korean buses or what, but there'll be color-coded seats. There are pink ones, and you're supposed to leave those seats open for pregnant women, and also sometimes elderly people, or sometimes they get a different seat that's color-coded. So we're looking for who is sitting in the pink seat.
I don't know. Kino or Yawon, probably. Kino or Yawon, probably.
You're going to have to make a decision, ma'am.
Kino. Final answer.
Okay. That is so close to being right, but incorrect. The answer is Yawon.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy.
Okay. Next question. What color is the bus?
Blue. Final answer.
Is what I would ask.
Oh.
If this were an easy quiz.
Fine.
But the actual question is, what color is the bus? What letter is on the side of the bus? And what number is the bus?
I have this all on lock. Blue B303.
That is incredible, ma'am. Write that point down. Wow. Okay. Bonus points if you can tell me the number of the second bus.
There's no number on the second bus.
There is a number on the second bus.
There
no
is?
bonus points. The number is 76.
Wait, no. Hack, cheats. I knew that. I thought you meant at the top.
Yes, at the top.
It doesn't say at the top, does
Yes,
it?
does. It
No
does.
way. Because I
When
knew
both
76.
buses-
I had 76 ready to go in my back pocket.
When both of the buses pull up and stop, like at the stoplight or whatever, and you can see the front of both buses, it's 303 on one, it's 76 on the other.
I thought the 76 was like on like somewhere else on the bus.
I mean, maybe it is, but I saw it on the front, and you already passed. That was a bonus question, so don't feel too bad about it.
I
You would've only
I
gotten
feel
a half
horrible
point.
about it. I had 76 ready to go.
Well,
See how
you answered too
easily
quickly.
I got 303?
Yes, you did. Okay, next question. How many different outfits does the woman wear?
No, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no idea. Okay. She's outside, so she's wearing one outfit at least, and then she walks onto the bus. She's going to be wearing the same outfit, and she's hanging out on the bus. She's like sitting down on the bus, all wearing the same outfit. And she's at home and probably wearing the same outfit, but then also she gets the sweater. So is that considered a different outfit when she puts the sweater on?
I'm going to say that I'm counting what is underneath the sweater, not the sweater itself. Like the sweater does not count. Like if she wears the sweater and doesn't wear the sweater with the same outfit, that's one outfit. The sweater does not change the outfit.
Okay. Surely it's 3 or 4. It's not going to be up to 5, is it? She like falls asleep and wakes up. She has hard times. She takes her shoes off. They're black shoes. I knew that.
Taking the shoes off does not count as a different outfit?
I'm going to say 3 or 4. 3 or 4. Would it really be 4? 3. 3 outfits. Final answer.
That is incorrect. She's wearing 5.
No way. Okay, fine.
It's just funny how many like things you've kind of like said the answer to, and then you didn't give that as your answer. Okay, moving on. If we go quickly, we might be able to circle back and get a few extra ones. So this, we're making good time so far. We're moving on to Key Bad Love. Great video, great song.
I should know this video. I should be able to get these.
Okay, we're going to start with... I have actually only prepared 2 questions for this video. I thought it was very hard to prepare questions for, so these questions are going to be quite difficult.
Okay.
The first question, how many times does the phrase bad love appear? And what I mean by this is if it is like depicted on something, I'm not saying if it appears over and over again, like they show a shot of it over and over again. you count it one time per like place.
Okay. Well, I don't know, but I'm going to try to think of every instance that I can. It's on the TV. Like, it's on the TV twice, probably, because it's saying like the Bad Love show or whatever, and it also has to say that he's performing Bad Love. So that's 2. And it's on the screenplay, it's on the script. And it's on the cue card, and it's in the background for like the show. So that's at least 5. And it's on the mirror, so that's 6. Okay, does it show up on like the screen in like the ship? I don't remember. Probably. So 7, because every time I wanted to like, oh well, no, with MONSTA X it was the opposite. So maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. Do I go with the ones that I'm for sure confident about, or do I start thinking of where else it could be? Wait, was if I said it was on the ship, would that be 6 or would that be 7?
I think that would be 7.
Okay, I think so too. I can't think of any more off the top of my head, so I'm gonna go 7. But if it's 6, I'm gonna cry. If it's more than that or less, I don't care. But if it's 6 and I'm saying 7, that's not gonna be fun. But 7, final answer.
I actually don't know to give you points for this or not. Let me explain.
Okay.
I wanted to give you points based on like, let's disregard the number and just if you said correct places, give you the points, right? Because you said TV 2. I was only counting TV 1, but it is 2 if you were really nitpicking it. Okay. But I didn't want to be that specific and that peculiar about it. All in all, I wrote down the number 7 and you guessed 7.
Yeah,
but
point.
You didn't get all of the right. Like you were missing some of the things.
Oh, really?
But like you got an extra one because of TV. Like I don't know what to do here.
I get the point. I get the point.
Okay. Well, you were kind of yes. You were kind of right in saying does one appear on the ship? It does, like the screen of the ship, but also the one you're missing that makes me be like, oh, well, she didn't get it 100% is that the UFO, like the exterior, also says Bad Love, and you did not say
really?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
But all the other ones you got, like the TV, the mirror, the script, the talk show set, the cue card, interior of the ship, you got all those. So nice. I guess we can say like your extra number for the TV is making up for your missing the radar. But like if I had labeled the TV as 2, you would be wrong. But I just didn't. So I guess that's, you get a point.
All right. Well, cheap points are still points. So let's go.
Okay. Next question. Which item, this is multiple choice. Which item is not in the dressing room?
Oh, okay.
A, boxing gloves. B, sombrero. C, nail polish. D, spray bottles. E, theater masks, like the comedy tragedy masks.
Whoa. Okay. For some reason, boxing gloves seems the least likely to be in there. I'm gonna just guess that. A, boxing gloves.
That is incorrect. There are boxing gloves in the dressing room. They're like brown though, so it's hard to see them. They're not like red. I think it's nail polish. There is nail polish.
I know there's spray bottles.
There are spray bottles.
What's the other choices?
Sombrero or theater masks?
Theater masks.
You're
sombrero. There's a hat with like little beads on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling a sombrero.
Okay.
There are no theater masks.
There's no theater masks.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that seemed a little.
I had a really hard time trying to think of something that wasn't in the room that would seem like it was in the room.
All right.
Okay. Okay, that's probably pretty much time for you, but I do have one final bonus question that I would like to ask. I'm calling it a bonus question because it's not music video specific. The question is, what 2 music videos have a disco ball?
Oh, Key, Bad Love, and IVE Love Dive.
Oh, that is incorrect. I knew that you would guess that. That's why I posed it that way.
I knew that it would. I knew I would guess that, but I couldn't think of where it would be in anything. So I just picked Love Dive because it was the most obvious. Like, well, of course she'll guess that, but it's probably actually not. Like, I knew all that, so don't worry.
The answer is Key, Bad Love, obviously, and MONSTA X All In.
There's no way.
There's a disco ball.
Where?
The ritual scene.
What?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
That was originally,
never would have guessed that.
That was originally one of the questions, is what is on the ceiling of the greenhouse, is what I was calling it, because there's a disco ball up there. But then when I realized that Key also had disco balls in that video, I was like, oh, we can make it a bonus.
I never would have guessed that.
Yeah. Okay, good job. How many did you get right?
Thank you. I got 3, 2 and a cheat.
Oh. Okay, wow. Okay, I've got my work cut out for me then. Whew.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to begin with Crazy Night by DKZ.
Okay. I want to say, every single music video when I watched it, I was like, there's no way. There's literally no way that I'm going to get anything from these. They were all moving so unbelievably fast.
Okay.
But I've seen this music video a million times. I can do this.
Great music video. But did you pick up on what I'm about to ask you? So, question 1. There are some prop barrels, I'll call them, with an American football team logo. What is the team?
Okay, so the first thing that I tried to look at were all of the barrels, boxes, things in the background of that scene, because there's a lot of writing on a lot of them, and I wanted to read it, but every time that I tried to look, it was too fast and I missed it. I know that one of them has like French or something on it, like some other language, I feel like, but American, what did you say, football team? Okay, an American football team. This is not going to be that hard. It's just going to be something classic. You know, it's going to be one of the football teams that like is nameable. Because that's the one that would make it all the way to Korea, right? And to be in a thing. So it's got to either be like, and this is a little bit older, so it's probably not Chiefs. It's got to be like Steelers, Patriots, Packers, probably one of those. Let's just, because it's a random guess for me, let's not take too much time. I'm gonna go Green Bay Packers. Final answer.
Okay, incorrect.
Okay.
It's San Francisco 49ers.
I never would have gotten that. Okay. Rough start, but that's okay. There's many more questions for me.
I'm going to ask you your last question that I have on Crazy Night. I only had 2 questions from that video.
Wow. Okay.
Please name the different locations the basketball is shown throughout the video.
Oh my God. The basketball is shown in more than one location? I feel like there aren't even that many locations, because there's just like campfire. I guess there's campfire. There's barbecue. There's grass. There's shoreline. There's lake, but I don't think the basketball would be there.
I mean like placement.
Wow. Okay. So even more specific than that. So there's ground in front of, camping bus chair scene, right? Ground. And then maybe Kyungyoon's holding it. I really feel like he's holding it at one point. And let's say like on top of a barrel in like the barbecue sort of scene. Final answer.
Okay. Well, Kyungyoon does hold the basketball, but I'm looking for by the tree, in the chair, in Kyungyoon's hand, and by the tent.
Oh, I feel like I was really close. Like that was pretty close. And I almost did guess in the chair, but
yeah, it's the same basketball. They just moved the location of it around a couple times.
It's because they wanted to make sure that it made it into our game, our screenshot game.
Okay. I'm now going to ask you about Adrenaline by Gravity.
Okay, this one is crazy. Okay.
What members are never shown in the bedroom?
Oh God, I knew she was gonna ask something like this. I knew, and I knew that there would be so many questions that like could come up about members specifically, and I knew that I was in for trouble because I'm like, it's been so long since I've consumed Gravity content, I've started to forget their names.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, I know, it's terrible. Okay, so I know Taeyong. I know that he's there. I know that Alan's there. I know that okay, let me just try and think who's not there. Okay, I don't think Sungmin is there. Gosh, but I have no clue how many aren't there and how many are there. Gravity has 9 members?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say there's at least 4 that are shown. So I have to either guess 5 not or 4 not. I'm gonna say Sungmin is not shown there. I'm gonna say Serim is not there. And I'm gonna say that's 2. Is Minnie there? Is Minnie not there? I don't know. I don't think Hyungjun is there, but I might be wrong about this. Like, this is so difficult. Like, I wanted to keep track of it, but there's so many things to keep track of with the members that I was like, how am I gonna know? So I was like, I'll just have to go off vibes and memory. So that's 3. I think I'm gonna put 5 here in this category. That's a lot, but I need 2 more. Ruby. I'm gonna put Ruby in this category of not in the bed. Wait, she just said bedroom. Is that different? Are they in the bedroom more than just the like waking up? I don't know. I think it's all qualifies as like, if they wake up, then they would be in the other parts, if there were other parts. I don't know. I think I'm actually just gonna go with that. No, I'm gonna put one more person in this category, and it's gonna be No Turning Back, that boy.
Okay, final answer?
Final answer.
Okay. The correct answer is 2 people only are never shown in the bedroom.
Crazy. Oh my God.
You did include them.
Okay.
Jungmo and Ruby Ubin.
Wow.
Jungmo is no turning back for anybody listening.
Yeah, I could feel that they were not there. And then the rest of them, it really did seem possible, but I didn't think that there was that many people shown. So I kind of was like, I have to go with the least likely. If I had known it was 2, I might have honed in. Like, if I had known the number. Okay, next.
Okay. What is not an object in the notebook drawing on the chalkboard? Like, there's a drawn notebook and there are objects drawn in the notebook. So it's multiple choice. You're going to have to tell me the object or objects. There could be more than one correct answer here that are not in the notebook. Okay. A heart balloon. B, a camera. C, a flower. D, an emoticon face. Or E, a clover.
Okay, now I did see the chalkboard, but I did not see the notebook drawing on the chalkboard. I saw a couple of phrases, and that was as much as I could focus on. I'm going to say, just off of pure vibes, that there is not a flower, and there is not an emoticon face. Final answer.
Okay, almost. There's not a flower and there's not a clover.
Oh.
There's a smiley face with a tongue sticking out.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
All right. I have one more adrenaline question, but I won't ask it yet. I'm going to pivot to Macarena.
Okay.
Who throws something at Shaw in the diner?
I knew you were going to ask this. Okay. This is the first time I've seen this, I feel like. When I watched the video, I saw it this time and only this time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. It's Juhan. Final answer.
Correct.
Yes!
Yeah.
Wow, incredible.
I like
Okay.
didn't even notice this whole little arc that was happening.
Yeah, and I was so concerned too with this video because I know that we kind of tentatively played this game already with this music video
Yeah.
one time before. So I was like, she's going to have to find questions that we didn't ask each other when we went through and watched it one time and then immediately asked questions about it. So I was like, what is she going to ask? And I just happened to see that. Wow, so lucky.
Okay, well, did you see this other part? What hits Chris in the diner?
Oh, okay. I kind of feel like I saw this, but I don't remember what it was. I know that there's one part that I felt like was particularly violent and shocking. It seems as if someone was wailing on somebody else with a flashlight. So it could be that Chris is hit with a flashlight, but I don't think, like, I think it was like play fighting, you know, like I don't think anyone gets hit with the flashlight. So I'm not sure if that would be considered the same thing or not. I'm going to say, and I know there's popcorn later on with Shaw. Were they throwing popcorn? Because that's a very common thing that you would throw at someone else, you know? Oh, throw a little piece of popcorn. What hits Chris in the diner? I'm going to say he is hit with a flashlight.
You with the bricks? Sorry.
Flashlight, final answer. Because I don't have a better guess.
Is incorrect.
Ugh.
The correct answer is a paper cup thrown by Shaw. Because I believe he's probably trying to hit Juhan after, you know,
retaliation.
Juhan threw something at him, but it hits Chris.
I see.
Okay. I have more on Macarena, but I'm moving to Broken Heart for now by ampers&one. Please name one of the snacks that can be seen at the 1 minute 45 second timestamp.
Okay. 1 minute 45 seconds is probably around the time that, because it starts with the hockey rink, then it goes to the ambulance. There's no snacks in the ambulance. We get a little bit of
Imagine there were.
We get a little bit of subway interior, but I think that this is probably more around the like magazine stand portion of the video. Maybe not exactly the part with the old man. It's the other part where there's maybe like, so I'm trying to think of snacks that are on the outside, not snacks that are behind the counter is like the vibe I'm going for here.
Okay.
And so one of the snacks, even though I'm going through all of this, even though I have actually 0 snacks in mind, I'm gonna say one of the snacks is like I know food that shows up in Do or Not. I don't know food that shows up in this, and maybe that's skewing things because now she's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna ask her the food question in Do or Not then. I'm gonna go with banana kicks. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like a Korean snack. I feel like I should go with something unbranded, but I don't know what to say that would be unbranded. So banana kicks, I guess.
All right, that's incorrect. You could have said feta crackers, or you could have said fruit by the foot.
Oh, wow.
And it is
Never
the
would've
scene
guessed
with
that.
the fever man.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Is it behind the counter?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow. I thought that was a little bit later in. Honestly, I thought it was a little later. Fruit by the foot, I didn't. Oh, wait. Yes, I do know that you can get that in Korea. Okay.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and ask you that Do or Not food question. Let's see if you can tell me.
Oh, my God. Okay.
What fruit is on top of the fridge?
Oh, dang it. I know the fruit on the coffee table.
Okay.
I know there's oranges on the coffee table. There are grapes on the coffee table. There's coffee on the coffee table. On top of the fridge, there's fruit. I know that the fridge has stickers on it. I know that it has the Target shuffleboard or whatever. Not shuffleboard, but that other thing.
It's literally, yes, like on top of the fridge.
Right, on top of the fridge. I think that on top of the fridge, I'm going to go with this. Just like I can't picture it, but it feels right to me. But also it could be like a crate of oranges. That's so valid and possible, but it feels like banana. I'm going to say banana, final answer.
Actually, it's once again grapes and oranges.
No,
or an orange.
Used the fruit. I knew I should have guessed that.
It's green grapes and an orange.
I knew I should have guessed that. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I knew the food and do or not.
All right. Let's stay at do or not for a moment. Can you tell me how many members wear stripes?
Throughout the whole video?
Throughout the whole video.
But I don't have to say like multiple instances.
Right.
Okay, so I know Yawan wears stripes. I know Yuto wears stripes. That's 2. Okay, Tony in the first scene is not wearing stripes. I don't think Kino's wearing stripes either. I don't think Kino's wearing stripes in the dance scene. I don't think Hui is. I don't think Hui is wearing them in the rock and roll scene. Yenon is not wearing stripes in that scene. Oh, Shinwon is wearing them with the striped coat. So that's Yuto, Shinwon, Yawan. That's 3. Tony, okay. Kino, Hui, Jino. Is Jino ever wearing stripes? I don't think so, but I can't remember what he wears.
It's because Jinho's not in that video. I'll tell you right now, he's not in it.
That makes sense. That checks out. Okay. So have I thought of all of the people? Kino, Tony, Roni. Is Roni wearing stripes? The shuffleboard scene. I keep calling it shuffleboard, but you know what I mean. Is he wearing stripes in that? I also cannot visualize what he's wearing, but I don't think they're not putting him in stripes in that. I'm gonna say Yawan, Yuto, Shinwon. 3. I'm gonna say 3.
Final
answer.
4.
No!
Kino actually does also wear stripes at the first scene, like in the living room.
Oh, he is wearing stripes in that scene?
Yeah.
I can't remember what he's wearing.
Yeah, it's just like a button-up stripe.
Oh, the
shirt.
button-up. No.
So yeah, everybody else was correct though. Okay.
This is painful. Like it's the same thing that was happening to you.
Yeah, like, and I'm not even like super competitive, but it's just like it's like annoying.
Yeah, because it's like you're so
close.
close.
Yeah. Okay, let me just finish up my do or not questions. I have 2 more.
Okay.
What color is the vacuum cleaner?
I do not remember a vacuum cleaner. I don't remember a vacuum cleaner. Going off of vibes, I'm saying it's like a I feel like it's such an ambiguous color. So she asks what color. I kind of feel like I should pivot and say something less ambiguous. I'd say it's like a slate blue.
Is that your ambiguous color?
That's my ambiguous color.
Okay, that's incorrect. But it is ambiguous. I have yellow/orange.
Ah, okay. That was, if I was going to pivot to a less ambiguous color, I would have said orange.
Oh. Yeah, it's in the background. Like, it's barely noticeable.
Right.
Okay, last do or not question. Who does Yawan dance with?
Who does Yawan dance with? He's dancing with someone that's like, the people dance with the girl, but that makes it seem like he doesn't dance with the girl, so he dances with somebody else. Okay. I feel like Yawan, like I know Kino is at least in close proximity with the girl, and I know Hui dances with the girl. Absolutely, for sure. Yawan, I'm not thinking he's dancing with Yenon. I feel like that would be crazy. But crazier things have happened. I feel like this is a for fun moment. The best option would probably be Shinwon. I also feel like it would be crazy if the answer is Yuto. So I'm gonna say Shinwon. Final answer.
The correct answer is actually no one.
Ah,
It was a trick question.
Man, I had a question like that planned for you that was going to be, is it this, or like, it was a trick question.
Mm.
Man,
Because, yeah, it's Hui and Kino both dance with the girl, but Kino and Tony, Shinwon and Roni,
Okay.
and Yuto and Yenon also
Exactly.
dance.
See, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Okay, let me move back to Broken Heart.
Okay.
This is multiple choice if you need it.
Okay.
But for now, can you just tell me what are the teams at the playoff? Like who versus who?
Okay. I don't know at all. It's a shame because I know kind of similar information for both Do or Not and for Adrenaline, but I don't know it for this one. Like it's crazy that these videos are actually kind of similar across the board.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the teams at the playoff are Ampers.
No, I'm looking for members. Like who are the members that are playing against each other?
Okay, I'm gonna say so it's 3 against 4.
There is a ref.
Oh, there's a ref. Oh God, I don't remember. It's gonna be Kyrell. Kyrell. Camden. Makaya on one team. Ref Shiun. Sugmo. You know, whatever ones I didn't say on the other side. I can't.
Okay.
I've got no clue.
Okay, so I will say that's incorrect. I will now give you the multiple choice.
Oh, right. There was a multiple choice. Okay. I need it.
Is it A, Camden, Jiho, Shiyun versus Kyrell, Brian, Makaya with Sungmo ref? Is it B, Camden, Shiyun, Sungmo versus Makaya, Jiho, Brian, Kyrell ref? Is it C, Camden, Makaya, Shiyun versus Brian, Jiho, Sungmo, Kyrell ref? Is it D, Shiyun, Jiho, Camden versus Brian, Sungmo, Kyrell, Makaya ref? Is it E, Camden, Jiho, Kyrell versus Makaya, Sungmo, Brian, Shiyun ref? Or is it F, Camden, Sungmo, Kyrell versus Makaya, Brian, Jiho, Shiyun ref?
Okay. Can you tell me any that have Shiun as the ref?
Yes, okay. E, Camden, Jiho, Kyrell versus Makaya, Sungmo, Brian? Or F, Camden, Sungmo, Kyrell versus Makaya, Brian, Jiho? When you first guessed, and you guessed incorrectly, you said Camden, Kyrell, Makaya versus Brian, Sungmo, Jiho, Shiyun ref.
I'm going to be really honest with you. It all means nothing to me.
Okay.
It's all blurring together. I really feel like Shiun is the ref, but at the same time, I don't. I'm just going to guess randomly. E. Final answer.
It's F. No! It's F. Camden, Sungmo, Kyrell versus Makaya, Brian, Jiho, Shiyun ref. So close.
I was so close. I mean, I knew the ref.
Okay. Another question from Broken Heart. Describe the hat Shiyun wears.
This is so unfortunate because the hat that Makaya wears is overshadowing everything in my mind. The hat that Shiyun wears is red and white ball cap with a symbol on the front of a yellow lightning bolt. I think I just described Ash's hat from Pokemon. I don't know. Final answer.
All right. You were close. Like you had the right idea, but you really needed to get this specific detail. It's a red baseball cap, and in white letters it says girl. Oh. Just thought it was really funny.
Okay.
I think I'm actually going to now go back to Macarena and ask you your final couple questions. I'm not going to be able to pivot back to that last adrenaline question, so sorry if anybody was curious about that. We don't have time. I'm going to ask you to please name one of the scores on either dartboard game.
Dartboard game? You said Macarena?
Yeah.
Dartboard game. Oh, God. Okay. Score on the dartboard game. I'm just going to go with a classic because I'm completely guessing. I'm just going to try and think of a classic dartboard score. And say, why don't we go with 256. That's a good game.
Do you want to take another guess just to see if you get the other score?
Oh, okay. I mean, sure, 2 for 2. Why not? The other score is like a 128.
Incorrect. 301 or 82.
I almost guessed 300. I thought that 300 was like a perfect game. I thought 300 was a max score, but I guess not. I last time I knew dartboard scores, I was like 8 or something. So I really don't remember. But 300 was such a pertinent number to me. That would have been crazy if I was like 300 and you're like 301.
Okay. I am also going to ask you this question. The zombie wearing the floral dress, are you familiar?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this zombie is wearing a helmet at one point. Describe the helmet.
Easy. Lock it. Easy. Disco ball, mirror ball, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. Lock in, final answer.
Correct.
Okay. Thank the Lord I got one question right.
Okay, and final question. What cereal is in the music video?
I know it. Wow, Macarena is really coming through for me. Okay, the answer is, okay, can I because I don't know.
Just
okay?
generally.
It's Cocoa Krispies, but Spanish.
Yes.
Yes. This is such an incredible day for me. Wow. So that's the last question?
That is the last question.
Okay. I got 3 questions correct.
Wow. So we
have tied.
Wow.
I mean, I don't know how many each of us was asked in total, but we each got 3 questions. All of mine, I believe, are from Macarena, which is just so funny. Okay. I mean, this was so fun. Like, I feel like we still had so many more questions prepared even that we could have asked, but also like we could do so many other music videos.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
I'd like to do this again.
Yeah, it was so fun to prepare it. And then I feel like it was so fun to do. And I feel like the results were better than I expected because like we each got more than one correct, which is great. But also it wasn't the case of like them being way too easy. Like I was concerned that I was like, I think I'm making really hard questions, but what if they're just normal questions? But they actually were really hard, but we each got 3. Like that's this was such a fun time.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to play it again. So everybody who was listening, Meowers, if you would like to hear us play this game again at any point, you can leave us a comment and let us know. Let us know if you enjoyed this episode, and you can also like the video on YouTube or wherever you're listening and let us know that you enjoyed it.
Maybe we even turn it completely 180 and we do quizzing our least favorite music videos. Maybe some music videos that were like, yeah, that's a music video that I literally will never, ever, ever watch. And so you have to make extremely basic questions. That's like something that anyone would know. And it's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Ooh, I like that. I definitely... I think those are all good ideas. Remember to check out that tier list video that we have only on our YouTube channel to see like the favorite music videos, and yes, we might also do it again at some point in the future, so stay tuned. You can subscribe to BlushCat on YouTube and turn on notifications so that you don't miss if we ever do decide to play this game again or do another tier list. And yeah, just remember to stay meowing.
Thank you all so much for watching.
This has been Aloe.
And me. Bye.
Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.